As covering an area of 6 million square kilometres, Portugal has the largest area to provide search and rescue cover for in Europe. In fact, Portugal is responsible for the second largest area worldwide, only behind that of Canada. It's remarkable, think it really, would you? But it is absolutely true, and it's an area that stretches from its own coastline way out into the mid-Atlantic. It's very important to be well equipped for this role because this zone takes in major areas. This extends well beyond the Portuguese mainland to the Azores and Madeira in the Atlantic. Yes, and Merlins are kept on standby at Porto Santo on Madeira and at Lages in the Azores, though in fact it's now a new unit, Esquadra 752, which keeps up the commitment in the Azores. This is a very capable helicopter, the three-engined Merlin. The engines on this one, the Rolls-Royce Turbomeca RTM322, it is now only offered by Leonardo, the manufacturer, with the General Electric CT7 engine. And this is a helicopter mission for Portuguese Merlins is, as we've been saying, search and rescue at sea, but on Madeira and in the Azores, they primarily perform medical evacuation and transport tasks. And in the Azores in particular, the conditions can be really challenging with winds of up to 60 or 70 knots quite routinely. It's a big test for the helicopters, that in itself. Also, when you think of operations at sea, the high waves that such winds generate are a big problem. That's matched with Esquadra 751's motto, which is Para que otros vivam, so others may live very out. The priority for the Merlins in Portuguese service is to support the civil population in search and rescue, but they also perform the combat search and rescue mission, being able to retrieve downed military aviators from frontline zones, and they've got that capability back after a few years of absence. As I said, this is a Merlin Mark 514. They've got 4 that are Mark 516 versions, which are configured especially for combat search and rescue. They've got folding rotor blades, they've got the standard search and rescue versions. altitude down to 100 feet. This Merlin now accelerating to 100 knots for its last manoeuvre, which is a low pass to say goodbye from the left-hand side. As it passes down the runway, please remember that the crew can see you, so please give them a big wave as they go from left to right.
And they will be greeting you, they being the pilot in command, Major Rodolfo Curto, his co-pilot, Captain Jorge Tavares, the systems operator, Fabio Diaz, and the rescue swimmer we saw descending with the stretcher towards the casualty, Jose Feitera.
So, from the left, the AW101 Merlin of the Portuguese Air Force, Esquadra 751.
Really nice demo, that helicopter with a lot of presence. Now, before the next display item, we're going to be getting a US Air Force Boeing C-17A Globemaster III transport aircraft on its way. This is from the 62nd Air Wing with Air Mobility Command stationed at Joint Base Lewis McCord in Washington State. It's been here on a support mission related to one of the static display aircraft, and we'll be getting that on its way. In the meantime, another very impressive US Air Force aircraft here in the static display is a B-1B Lancer from Air Force Global Strike Command. And we've got an interview giving you a bit of an insight into that outstanding aircraft.